FactsVerse presents 93-year-old woman arrested because her care home says she wasn't paying, but she says that they are lying. Help us out first, though, by clicking that like button, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. If you make it to your 94th birthday, that's really something to celebrate. Many people don't have the pleasure of living that long. Juanita Fitzgerald, she was 2 days from celebrating her 94th birthday, but things happened that made her not want to celebrate it at all. Rather than preparing for a birthday party with friends and family members, she was being dragged out of her home by the police in handcuffs. This 93-year-old woman was arrested because the care home said she wasn't paying the rent. When the police knocked on her door with an arrest warrant for trespassing and then handcuffs ready to take her to jail, Juanita immediately began crying. Wouldn't you? They were forcing her to leave her home along with everything she owned in the world. As she was being taken out of the house, she cried, "Everything I've got is gone." Well, why would the police have a warrant for her arrest? Why were they taking her from her home at such an old age? Well, according to the care home where she was living, she was late on paying her rent of $161 and was no longer welcome in the home. Her birthday was only 2 days away, and she was being carted off to jail for a measly $161. When word of her situation got out, people were appalled. When the Mid-Florida Homeless Coalition heard about what was happening to this poor elderly woman, they decided they would step in to help. First, they posted the $500 bail she needed to get out of jail. That meant that she didn't have to spend her birthday there. They also helped her get set up at a motel. They didn't want her to end up living outdoors after her home had thrown her out. And according to one of the organization's board members, B.E. Thompson, they were working with her to try to accommodate her as quickly as possible. The controversy started when the staff at the senior living facility spoke out about her situation. One staff member says that Juanita refused the help that they offered her to find a new home. This employee also stated that she didn't think that she should have to pay rent anymore because she was 93 years old and would be passing away soon. Juanita says that's not true. She also said that although she didn't have the money for the rent right away, she did offer many of her belongings to cover the rent until she had the money, but the facility turned her down. She says that she was warned if she didn't leave that she would be arrested. She told the officers that unless they carried her out of her home, she wasn't going anywhere. So the police did exactly that. Many people believe that the police used too much force and there was really no need to arrest an elderly woman over just $161. Well, Juanita, she did not need to stay at the motel for very long. Fortunately, a kind Florida resident started a GoFundMe page for Juanita to help her get back on her feet. She says that she has no desire to pay the home where she was living and move back in. She says if those people were so unkind that they kicked her out and had her arrested over a small amount of money, she didn't want to go back there. She says she's also angry that they lied again and again about her situation. She says she never refused to pay the money that she owed them. She also says that she would never have told them that she didn't have to pay rent because she was ready to pass away. She'd never have said that because she feels great, she's in good health, and she plans to celebrate many more birthdays. Juanita says that just because she's an old woman, it doesn't give the home the right to tell lies about her. Most of the people who heard her story agree with her. There's never any reason to throw an elderly woman out of her home, not even for $161. Subscribe for more.